Hi guys, Chris here again from Oh my god, do I have something in my teeth? Ugh. Hey guys, Chris here from Chef Wannabe's. Hey guys, Chris here. If you're new, welcome. And if you're back for another video, welcome back. So today, I just need to talk about when I got hit by a train. I just wanted to tell you about it because, let's face it, how many people get hit by a train and they're still around to tell the story? So let me set the stage. We're coming up on the anniversary of when this happened. So the thing is, I can't remember if it was like 2006 or 2007. Alright, so close your eyes and imagine it if you can. I had decided to clean out my linen closet. I was wearing a pair of boxers, a tank top, no bra, and no shoes. And it was back when American Idol was like super like the thing to do or watch. And so my husband said, instead of making dinner, since we've been cleaning, why don't you just run to Taco Bell, grab us some dinner, and we'll eat it while we watch American Idol. Fab. So I throw on a pair of flip-flops with what I had on. I get into our 3-month-old car, and I head to Taco Bell. I had the windows down on each side about this far. It was nice out. I didn't even have the radio on. It's kind of like I was just talking to God a little, and I'm just driving, and I had driven this road a million times, and it was like the back way into the mall because I had to go to the other side of the mall to get to Taco Bell. And there was a train track right before you stopped. Like, there's no way you could follow the rule of stopping, you know, off the train track and behind the stop sign as much as you were supposed to, because the train track was right there. But in like 7 years, I'd never seen a train there. And there was no sign or anything, so I just figured they didn't even use it anymore. To my right was a huge lumberyard place, and at nighttime they would load lumber off of trucks into this place. I assume it was some kind of supplier. So I'm driving, and it's like the sun is just starting to go down. And at this time, I mean, I should preface all this with, as most of you know, I suffer degenerative eye disease. I have a degenerative corneal disease, and this was pre-knowing any of that. So I'm driving, and I go to stop, and the lights are on at this lumberyard. It's literally like right here. It's just right close to me where the big lights are. And it's already started getting dark. And all of a sudden, as I go to stop, I hear this train whistle. I literally am covered in goosebumps just telling you. I literally hear a train whistle in my back seat. I look over to the right, and the train's right there. So in slow motion, the train grabbed my bumper and drug me. Probably like just a regular sized, like kind of 4-lane-ish, 3-lane-ish street from one side to the other. And as I'm literally, I'm shaking as I tell you this story. So I am drugged by the train. It's like, as we see at the end, it's like grabbed onto my bumper, and I'm drugged. And when I look to my left, I see a stop sign coming, and it's literally going to rip me in half. Right before, literally right before 2 feet, maybe a foot or two before I hit the stop sign or get drugged through the stop sign, which is probably going to like cut my car in half, including me, my bumper breaks off, and I spin and I spin, And the train is still going. I mean, his brakes are screeching. And I literally start to begin to spin back onto the tracks to hit the train again. I stop about this far from the train. And everything was just, it was so unreal. It was so unreal. So, I don't know what movie I saw this on at what point in my life. But, hi Soph. You like the train story? You weren't even born yet at the train place. So, I sat there and I don't know what movie I ever saw it on. But in my mind, I thought, I cannot have survived this. So, I looked in the rearview mirror. I had convinced myself if I didn't see my reflection in the rearview mirror, I was dead. Tell me if somebody knows in the comments below why I think that, or what movie that was in. So, I sat there for a minute, and I immediately grabbed my phone. I thought, I don't feel any pain, nothing. I don't feel anything, so I must be dead. I reach over to pick up my phone. I call my husband, who had just traded his truck in 2 days before, and it was going to be like 2 weeks before his new truck we were going to get his new vehicle. And so we were a 1-car family. 1 3-month-old car family for a couple of weeks. And I said to him, George, I think I'm okay. I'm okay. Whew, it gives me anxiety just talking about this. But I was just hit by a train. And he says, get the beep out of here. I would never joke about that, something like that to you. And then I'd literally lose my crap everywhere. I'm not lying, I'm serious, I got hit by a train. He lost it. He lost it. He lost it so much that I had to call our friends to go pick him up because he was losing it, to come to me. And so I get out of the car after that, and the guy who was driving the train, the conductor, the engineer, jerk off, whatever he was, lights up a cigarette and goes, well, you almost made it. I go, what? And then all of a sudden he goes, get out of the car, I hit you in the gas tank. And so I jump out of the car and get away, and nothing happens. It doesn't explode. There's no fire. But he's like, so, you almost made it. I go, what? I wasn't trying to make anything. I said, you didn't blow your horn. There's no signage here. I've never seen a train here. And your light looks just like the lights from the lumber place. Well, now, after the fact, we know that my vision that was the beginning of my bad vision, and the lights just all blended together. Now, I know you're going to laugh, and you're going to be like, really, you didn't see a train coming? But I can't, stress enough the time of night that it was. It just, everything just blended together, and like I said, now we know it's my vision. But so I was freaking out inside. But apparently it was loud enough that people in a restaurant 3 or 4 blocks away on the other side of the mall heard it, and several cars had stopped. And so, here came the sirens, here came everything. And so I didn't need to go to the hospital. There was nothing wrong with me. Sometimes I still can't believe it. But who got a ticket? who got ticketed for improper passing at a railroad grade. I did. I said, are you kidding me? And I, like, one of my best friends and her husband who were there to come get us, she has, like, Texas cheerleader syndrome, and she was gonna, like, throw down with this officer. I said, are you kidding me? What, he didn't blow his horn, he didn't, I mean, anyway. So I got this, like, $500 ticket, of which I decided to go to court and fight. And that night, I took pictures of the scene. I have pictures of my car, and I cannot find them. So I guess at some point, if I find them, I'll share them, you know, on my Chef Wannabe page. But I thankfully did, because I said, yes, I'm going to fight this ticket. Like, are you kidding me? So the next morning, my husband and I drove to take more pictures of the scene, and suddenly there was a sign up, a railroad passing sign. They were in the process of painting new stuff on the road. So we took, like, a video and pictures of that. And so I went to court the first time. This is where it gets kind of funny. And of course, my last name is Zimmerman, and I was, like, at the very end, I'm in there with, like, every single person who's, like, disturbing the peace, beating up a girlfriend, you know, breaking a beer bottle over somebody's head at a bar. Like, I'm in with all these people. So we get up there, and it's my turn, and they ask, the public defender guy, prosecutor, says that I have to go back and talk to him first, and we can come up with some kind of deal. So he said, how about we drop it to driving without a seatbelt? I'm like, but I had a seatbelt on. Well, we're just going to put that on there so you don't get, you know, these whatever 5 points off your license. You don't pay this, like, $750 in fines. And so, I mean, I have never, first time I'd ever been in a court of law. I'm like, okay. So I get back out to the courtroom, and my husband says, like, what did he say? And so I told him, and he goes, you agreed to plead guilty for something you didn't do? Get out of here. I cannot believe you did that. I'm like, well, I didn't know what to do, blah, 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 you know. So they call me up, you know, and they're like, you know, how do you plead or whatever. I go, well, I went in with Mr., I don't know, he was weird, Mr. Bad Toupee Man. And this is what I said I was going to do, but I've changed my mind. The judge is like, oh. The prosecutor, like, throws a folder down on the desk. This is ridiculous. And he goes, then we're going to do this again. And he said, I want a subpoena for the driver of the train and, I don't know, some witness that had given their information, and we'll reschedule court. So we did that. And so I went back a second time. This time I'm really nervous because I know, I found out at this point there's like a black box of some sort-ish sort of thing on the train. And now they've subpoenaed the engineer or driver or whoever to be there and the witness. And he had told this prosecutor the first time, he said, I want that engineer here. So, of course, I have to wait till the end. I have to be there at like 8 o'clock in the morning, but of course, my name doesn't come up until, 3:30 in the afternoon. And the whole time, I keep saying to my husband, oh my God, does he look like the engineer? Oh God, that guy behind us 3 rows into the right, does he look like an engineer? He's like, Chris, he's not going to show up. He's making buku bucks. You think he's going to show up here like he gives a crap about you? Like, he's not going to show up. So, as it turned out, they call me up They call for the engineer, they call for the witness, they call for the police officer who took the report. None of them were there. None of them. So, the judge said he wanted a bench warrant issued for the engineer because he was subpoenaed to be there. I don't know how that all works or if that was like real or what, but I was let off of the ticket, and within 6 months of that is when I found out about my eye, and I've been unable to drive a car since. I drive occasionally. My husband will take me to I feel like a 15-year-old with a permit. He'll take me to like the Target parking lot on Sunday night when it's closed and let me drive around the parking lot. But yes, I don't drive, and it's terrible. It really, in all seriousness and honesty, it's very terrible to lose your independence like that. So that's it. I am the survivor of a train wreck. Oh, that's so, like, ironic, isn't it? The survivor of a train wreck. So let me know. Put in the comments, do you know anybody who's survived a train accident, a train wreck? They got hit by a train and survived? Let me tell you, all it takes is about 2 seconds of a train whistle to make me feel like I'm going to throw up, pass out, and hyperventilate all at the same time. The sound of a train whistle is really, really disturbing for me. So anyway, that's it. That's my story time for you. I hope you enjoyed this little different video, and I will talk to you all soon. Make sure to subscribe. Please give me a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you will know every time I upload some random video about life. Bye, guys!